Namaste, angels, at the daily reading for Thursday, July 5th. I'm going to go right to it in the significant events, beginning with the year 1687, when Isaac Newton's great work, Principia, is published by Royal Society in England. It outlines his laws of motion and universal gravitation. 1811 or 11, right? 9/11 or 11. Venezuelan Declaration of Independence. 7 provinces declare themselves independent of Spain. 1852. Frederick Douglass, fugitive slave, delivers his quote, unquote, "What to the slave is the 4th of July" speech to the ladies of Anti-Slavery Society in Rochester and condemns the celebration as a hypocritical sham. 1865 or 11, again, 9/11 or 11. U.S. Secret Service begins operating under the Treasury Department. That's interesting. 1994, Amazon.com is founded in Bellevue, Washington by Jeff Bezos. 2004, first Indonesian presidential election by the people. The first round eventually won by Susilo Bambang. Did you know? Louis Reard's bikini swimsuit design debuts in Paris at a fashion show on July 5th in 1946. Famous birthdays: David Farragut, Cecil Rhodes, A.E. Douglas, Eugen Fisher, Georges Pompidou, and Dolly the sheep. Would you believe followers of Indian ritual leader Ashutosh Mahara, dead 3 years, win court case to keep his body in a freezer in case he should return to life? He was born on July 5th. This happened rather on July 5th in the year 2017. Famous weddings. 1836 or 99, English engineer Isambard of Kingdom Brunel marries Mary Elizabeth Horsley. That was an an interesting name. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Okay. 1870, Prime Minister of Canada John Thompson, 24, weds Annie E. Affleck, 25, in Portland, Maine. 1911, Anne of Green Gables author Lucy Maud Montgomery, 36, weds Ewan MacDonald in Prince Edward Island, Canada. 1920, Foreign Minister of the German Reich Joachim von Ribbentrop, 27, weds Anna Elizabeth Henkel. 1943, actress Betty Grable, 26 rather, weds big band leader Harry James, 27. And famous divorces: 1950, actress Betty Davis, 42, divorces artist William Grant Sherry after more than 4 years of marriage. 1957, singer and actor Frank Sinatra and movie star Ava Gardner divorce after 6 years of marriage. In 2007, burlesque dancer Dita Von Teese, 34, divorces rocker Marilyn Manson, 38, due to irreconcilable differences after a year of marriage. Famous deaths: Stamford Raffles, Elizabeth Ryan, and Ted Williams. Ted Williams, whose full name was Theodore Williams, was a baseball player nicknamed the Kid Williams. He played his entire career for the Boston Red Sox as a left fielder and remains one of the game's greatest ever hitters. He has the highest batting average of any player in the live ball era, and his on-base percentage is the highest of all time. Although his career was interrupted by service in the Korean War, he still managed to play until the age of 42 before becoming a manager for the Texas Rangers. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1966, which is 67 or 11 rather. And he was a Virgo, born on August 30th in the year 1918 in San Diego, California. He died on July 5th in 2002 at the age of 83 of cardiac arrest. As a tennis player, she won 30 Grand Slam titles, 19 of which were in women's doubles and mixed doubles at Wimbledon, an all-time record for those 2 events. She was born on February 5th in 1891 and was an Aquarius from Anaheim, California, USA. She died on July 5th in 1979 at the age of 88. And Stamford Raffles was British, a British statesman and founder of Singapore, colonist for Britain for the Far East. He was born on July 6th in 1781 and was a Cancer from off the coast of Port Morant in Jamaica. He just got around. This is a white man, so that's why I'm mentioning that. From Jamaica, founded Singapore for Britain. He died on July 5th in 1826 at the age of 44 of apoplexy. Going up to the birthdays, Dolly the sheep was the world's first cloned mammal from adult cell. She was born on July 5th in 1996 and was a Cancer. She died on February 14th in 2003 at the age of 6. Georges Pompidou was French and a French president, prime minister of France from 1962 to 1968, holding the longest tenure in this position, and later president of the French Republic from 1969 until his death. He was born on July 5th in 1911, was a Cancer from Paris, France. He died on April 2nd in 1974 at the age of 62 of cancer. Eugene Fischer was German and a Nazi physician. He is known for racially based social policies and Nazi eugenics. He was born on July 5th in 1874, which is 9/11 or 11, and was a Cancer from Karlsruhe, Grand Duchy of Baden, Germany. He died on July 9th in 1967 at the age of 93. A.E. Douglas, full name Andrew Ellicott Douglas, was an archaeologist and astronomer. He discovered a correlation between tree rings and sunspot cycles, leading to the establishment of dendrochronology. Okay, I had to spell it out because I've been getting tongue-tied today. That's what it is, dendrochronology, which is dating of past events by counting and analyzing tree rings. He was born on July 5th in 1867, which is 11/11, and was a Cancer from Windsor, Vermont, USA. He died on March 20th in 1962 at the age of 94. Cecil Rhodes is British and a businessman and imperialist politician. He's famous because at his death, Rhodes was considered one of the wealthiest men in the world. He was born on July 5th in 1853 and was a Cancer from Bishop's Stortford, Hertfordshire, England, United Kingdom. They're not saying how he got rich. He was just rich. A rich white man from Great Britain, United Kingdom. This is weird. He died on March 26th in 1902 at the age of 48 of heart failure. And lastly, David Farragut. That probably had something to do with slavery and whatnot too, because that didn't make any sense. Why mention him if they're not going to explain why he's rich? David Farragut was a U.S. Civil War admiral, a flag officer in the United States Navy during the American Civil War, and the first rear admiral, vice admiral, and admiral in the United States Navy. He's remembered in popular culture for his order at the Battle of Mobile Bay, which he won, usually paraphrased as "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead" by the U.S. Navy tradition. He was born on July 5th in 1801 and was a Cancer from Campbell Station, Tennessee, USA. He died on August 14th in 1870 at the age of 69 of a heart attack, and he was the last of the birthdays. So here we go. Speaking of birthdays, Twitter says eat cake. I'm beginning with eat cake. So happy birthday to anybody who's celebrating out there. Also, forget it. And weekend away. I do think people will be having like a weird long weekend since the 4th fell in the middle of the week, like at an awkward time. The 4th shouldn't be allowed to be on Wednesdays. Of course, it's going to fall on Wednesdays, but just that's like a weird day for it. Anyway, the dice say try again. Stay in bed. Maybe you're meant to take the next day off too. At least be off on Thursday as well. And continue to order online. Maybe buy shoes. And from try again, Spirit says yes. Going to the cards, I'm beginning with the Magician. You are ready. You have the resources you have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. The Magician represents the sign of Gemini for me. Sometimes the other mutable signs too, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, all with the ability to manifest whatever it is. They're looking forward to take on the traits of the other zodiac signs. But opening to the 3 of air, great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. This could be associated with the day prior when something was going on with the suit of air, water, and fire, and minimizing a party of 3 down to a party of 2. Decision that had to be made, and all sorts of things like that. So this could be connected to that, or some sort of loss in which the universe is reminding you that you have the energy of the magician and you can fill the void, whatever it is you lost. You can replace it or help to replace it on your own, just by your own positive energy and thoughts and what you speak over your life. Magician. And the Knight of Water, his emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. I'm also thinking maybe somebody didn't show up at the social event because yesterday there was clearly an invite. And again, between a water sign and an air sign, and most specifically Gemini and Scorpio. And it looked like the masculine had the decision to make and the feminine was awaiting it, and she was anxious with her 9 of air energy. Maybe she had invited him over or something, or invited him to, a barbecue, whatever. And he said, yes. And then he didn't show up, and that's what was hurtful. Something like that could be what went on between some. But a reminder even there that we have the ability to manifest things. If we're sitting and believing he's not going to come or he's going to say no, and we have those negative thoughts in our head, guess what? You're right. He ain't going to come. He's not going to come. That's because you're manifesting the negative perspective into your life, as opposed to, keeping a positive attitude and saying he's coming, he's coming. I remember one day, was one year, my birthday, I had to meet I was meeting my divine masculine. We were going out and, spending the whole evening and whatever. So that day, as I'm getting ready, all kinds of things kept happening. And actually, my uncle had died that year and was being funeralized on my birthday. So I had all of this going. It was a long West Indian funeral, because he was from Barbados. And, I had all this going on in the daytime, and I had other things like popping up. I was meeting my friend also, another Scorpio, but a female one. We were going to go out before I met my, DM. We had a blue and white party to go to, and something happened with the outfit, and I had to go back and forth to the store, like the department store. And, it was just like things weren't going my way. And I just stopped and said, like, everything's going to be fine. I'm going out with her. I'm meeting him. I'm going to the, if nothing else, I'm going to the repast, of the funeral to greet everyone. My parents were going to be there. Like I said, it was my uncle. And I just committed that into the universe. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Despite the little bumps that kept coming, I would not let them convince me that I was not going to have a good time, or I wasn't going to see him, or I wasn't going to see her, and things weren't going to go as I had planned. And they went as I had planned as a result. We were a little late getting to the party, and we didn't know it was a day party. So we missed most of it, but that's another story. Anyway, so I think something like that may have happened. The Knight of Water is a Scorpio, like mine perhaps, or a Pisces or Cancer. Let me cut on that note because I've spent enough time. The Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. So even just now in my shuffling and stuff, we've seen ourselves minimize from a 3 to a 2. And a much happier 2, right? We started with the 3 of Swords before, and now here the 2 of Cups. And that's what was going on the day before too. Like, there was definitely some sort of negative energy trying to interrupt things. But this is what I've been warning about. Couples coming together, having major progress, experiencing major shifts, particularly those that are coming with the eclipses and everything, and that I expect ultimately to come with the full solar eclipse in August, as you know, what I've been shown is correct, and so far it has been. And so negative energy, dark energy is trying to stop that. Okay, that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. And it's our job to persevere, right? Love, let love conquer all, basically. Overall energy is yet another 3. The 3 of Earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player, which can also involve, you know, energy of parties of 3, but it can be about positive ones too, like a group project at work, something you're working on with other people. The 3 of Earth, primarily for me at least, is about abundance that's earned, similar to the Judgment card in the tarot as it relates to work and career and finances. But I was shown that underneath this, that 3 of Air is back. So for some, there could have been material loss, or loss of a job, loss of some sort of opportunity for work or to earn, and then that's being recovered too. Maybe something went, because it was a holiday, something was funny with your hours. Maybe you were supposed to get double time and you didn't, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just giving you possibilities. Like I see loss potentially of earnings here, but then recovery with the 3 of Earth being our overall energy here. It could be really any kind of abundance though. So anything you've been putting your effort into, that maybe you feel like you didn't get what should have come out of it, or somebody or something took that away from you or attempted to, there's recovery there, basically. Crowning the masculine on this day, the 3 of Water. Oh, we're 3s surrounding us. A celebration, a wedding, a graduation, or a birth announcement. The need to have more fun. They're everywhere. The masculine, surrounded by the energy of Major Arcana card, the Star, which represents the sign of Aquarius. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. This is about dreams coming true, wishes being granted, prayers being answered. And sitting here under the 3 of Water, the 3 of Water may be more positive from this standpoint. It could be being celebratory about whatever he prayed to go his way. It has, or, you know, and that could be connected to, again, somebody trying to steal joy the day prior, and that didn't work. That was a fail in the lives of, I guess, most, hopefully most. And so we're celebrating here that now we can make plans going forward, long-term plans even. This is also about being social, an opportunity to be social. Maybe when we hadn't before, and you just need to get out. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You need to spend time with people that you care about, that care about you, and you're getting to do that, or to meet new people. This is also about reconciling with someone, not necessarily romantic interest, but it can definitely be that, like reunion with somebody. Masculine, oh, look, the masculine subconscious, the 2 of Water. So for some, I would say it is romantic. This reunion that we're celebrating, and is his dream come true. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. Again, water and air, the energy of water and air, and here comes the fire. With balance, Major Arcana card, balance, which is the Temperance card in the traditional tarot. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. And I said that our overall energy, especially sitting here atop the 3 of Air, sitting in the opposite direction, it was indicating to me that there had been some sort of loss of abundance of earnings, but that we were going to recover them. They would be recovered. And the Temperance card is about like replenishment and being made whole, restoration, balance, fairness, equity. And so I think that is some healing energy coming our way to restore what was lost, or what wasn't paid in the first place that should have been, right? What we earned that we didn't get. Surrounding the feminine, the Emperor with Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Speaking about earnings, this could be our boss in connection to something like that. This can be ourselves, our own energy, taking control of our own lives and getting in the driver's seat, you know, not letting anybody push us around and stuff. We are in control. Organization and logic, structure and discipline and leadership is what the Emperor is all about. Can be representative of like a father figure energy. We could have some sort of instance with and some sort of authority or something. Government office, that could be how we're being restored, by meeting with this authority. It could be like to take care of something, and again, could be a boss, and to get something settled. The Emperor represents the planet Mars and the signs of Aries and Scorpio. Again, balance represents the signs of, well, the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot, but for me, it's also Aquarius, because this guy is a water bearer, and I don't care what anybody says. He's a water bearer. So we have more Aquarius energy here as far as I'm concerned too. At the root, or the feminine subconscious, the Five of Water. Oh, this energy again. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in the situation, and crying over spilled milk. So we're like rooted in a 5 and crowned by a 5. With a 4 in the middle. So that equals 5, right? 5 plus 5 plus 4 is 14 equals 5 again. Yeah, we definitely need a change in energy, ladies, or, you know, ladies and gentlemen of the feminine persuasion. And isn't this interesting that the 5 of water is mirroring the 2 of water, and the 5 of water is in itself, or at least contains also a 2 of water. So I think thus far, at least, and here's the other 3 cups. All right, here's the other 3. They make up the 5. The masculine's got 5 cups the same way we've got 5 cups. This is, and especially in this placement of our mind, this is the feminine being worried about all the wrong things. All the wrong things and the wrong attitude, this oh, woe is me stuff. I'm going to look at what's going on here. Crowning, it's another 5. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. That may very well be. If you feel conflict coming up between the 2 of you, I just recommend definitely try to avoid senseless bickering. And just know that you're the one that's got this energy of Aries and Scorpio. So it may be coming from you, any kind of abrasive energy. And so, like, you know, dial it back, you know, watch your tone, as they say. 5 of fire tends to be for me, especially without looking at the other cards yet. You know, if it's not about an internal struggle, it's about one with close friends and or family. So this would be applicable, you know, it could be with one another, and just avoid that for sure. It also tends to represent, it's funny that showing up with the Emperor again, because they were, the 2 of them came out the day prior here, representing Mars and aggression and going after one's passion. So that could be what's happening too. I'm just not a fan of all the 5s in general, just all the number 5s that are showing up, and the feminine's mindset here. At the root, the Empress with Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Guess what it is? Notice what it is. Another 3. On the positive side, all these 5s, or maybe the logical side, all these 5s and 3s together equal more 8s. So it could be about karmic energy and justice and abundance and the need for healing, and to call upon the universe. And the fact that things are happening behind the scenes we have no control over, and we need to stop trying to. Feminine. All those can be possibilities too. The Empress, like the Emperor, and we have a couple at the table, by the way, because we have the Empress and the Emperor sitting here together. The Empress is all about new beginnings, represents the planet Venus. Of course, you know, Mars is Venus's masculine counterpart. So again, Mars represents the signs of Scorpio and Aries. Venus represents the signs of Libra, so the fairness that I was talking about and being restored in the balance. Libra, Gemini, and Taurus. How many threes is that we've seen? The Three of Water, the Empress, Major Arcana card 3, the Three of Earth, and the Three of Air. Do we see the Three of Fire? I don't think so. So 4 threes have come up in this reading, which is 12, which is 3. Interesting. The Empress, similar to the Emperor, can, you know, like how he represents fatherhood and, you know, like that type of energy. The Empress can represent someone's mother, or, you know, yourself as a mother, or your feminine side, and nurturing that. It's all about being confident as well, confident and popular, and just a go-getter, really. You have like all it takes to shine your light on the world and, you know, get the job done, whatever it is you want to do. It's also about new beginnings, a new start, and that's a reason to be celebratory as well. It's a new start for these two. Some may also be having a baby, or learning that they're pregnant, or if you're trying to get pregnant, this would be a good day to go for it also. At the heart of the matter, the Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, and maybe even going back to school. So this was the overall energy the day prior, and yeah, it is about the effort that we put in paying off. Paying off. And even where we feel like we've lost something, the universe stepping in to help us to still make sure that we get our just due as well with these energies here. And I'm going to further clarify some of them in a moment. I think beginning with the Five of Fire. Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there's no problem. So maybe some people never got a decision at all from the day before, when there was a lot of indication of a decision needing to be made. Maybe somebody never heard back anything at all, whether it was the feminine or the masculine, and that is the reason for the sadness. Like, you couldn't even call me back or text me and let me know anything. That's a possibility too, and they're still waiting for a decision somewhere. Could be having to do with work from somebody's boss, something going on too. I think on the masculine side, it's definitely more of a joyous occasion and celebrating because something has worked out and prayers have been answered. We are getting a new start, maybe a new job, a new position, a new salary, a raise or something, because this is the Empress is giving birth to new things, new beginnings. Let's, as a matter of fact, let's further clarify her and see what else she may be attached. The King of Air is brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, and balance mental and emotional considerations. Well, the Empress does represent 2 air signs, again, Libra and Gemini. And so this could be about her getting her, or on either side, because it's here at the root to be shared, getting her just due, getting her justice. Again, this could be a lawyer, a judge, a boss, some sort of officiant that can help to right a wrong that was done, help to get some paperwork moving or something so that you can be restored. They could be on whom you're waiting for a decision. Maybe they need to sign off on something. But it's still, whatever the abundance is, it's still something you earned, even if it's relationship-wise. You've been putting effort into this, and so you deserve the positive outcome, as long as you stay in that head and not let yourself be, taken down by the dark. Well, let's look at this again and see, like maybe to what the Two of Air might be connected, like what the decision may be about. And the fact that it's sitting here atop the 5 already could be indicative, again, of an internal struggle. Somebody struggling with, what decision to make, or the fact that they're awaiting one, and, how anxious they are. What else? Is it just telling me the need to make a decision? Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Wow, that didn't really help. It just says a decision needs to be made, or again, we're awaiting a decision, possibly. All right, let's look at the feminine 5 of water and what's up with her. Judgment. Isn't that what I said the 3 of earth is like? Judgment. Major Arcana card Judgment is, of course, a 20 or a 2. So it can definitely be about partnerships. Also faith. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. So here, again, we have this officiant. Like we keep having indication that there might be somebody of some sort of authority that's involved in facilitating whatever this abundance that needs to come to you is. If it's related to work and career and finances, it is about raise, promotion, or ascension even too. It's about raise, promotion, elevation, and where we are raised up spiritually, it does tend to show up down here too in a more tangible way, as above, so below. So that, that's something to look forward to. And as it relates to relationships among, people down here, it's about coming to a crossroad. It's another 2. So I had already compared it to the 2 of water. It's like another 2 of water because it represents the planet Pluto and the sign of Scorpio, which it rules. Water sign Scorpio and the very watery planet Pluto. So here's your 2 of cups. Here's your 2 of cups. And you got to decide, if you want them and how, it looks like, without worrying about these that are spilled. This could be the pain. This could be past events. And, you want to harp on the past when you shouldn't, when you should just be, appreciative of the fact you got these 2. And that's a decision that you're going to have to make, feminine, in determining whether to move on with a person, if it's about a relationship, whether or not to move on with the person. And so, if so, how? And either way, you got to get past this stuff, because if it's going to repeat somewhere else too, and hold you back somewhere else, even if here you decide to end things or move on or whatever you decide. Further advice. 9 of earth, masculine, just happy, and things just going well for him. He's even going to spend some time with himself, doing some things he enjoys doing, enjoying life's little luxury, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. He's good. And feminine, another 4 for us. 4. So we definitely got to make some decisions about our foundations. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions and giving to those less fortunate. It doesn't have to be money. It can be emotions and things too. Just withholding ourselves from another, holding on too tightly to ourselves and not allowing ourselves to give and or receive love in a healthy way. It needs to be able to pass both ways in order to really work and to be healthy. So if you come up against any of these situations, I hope that you're able to apply these this guidance that we got, and avoid some difficulty. Just go for the love parts. Namaste, angels.